State of Illinois has recently established new state driving laws, and it's very important for teens whether you think so or not. According to KeepTheDrive.com, over 4,000 teens die every year from car accidents. Do you think these laws are enough? Well, we went to Oak Forest High School to find out.
We participate in Operation Teen Safe Driving, which is a grant program sponsored by IDOT, Allstate, and Ford. And it gives us some money up front to get signs that you've seen around the campus and do some other activities with the students, and to bring in guest speakers like we've had the Cook County Sheriff Department in, some Illinois State Police in, some people with motorcycle safety.
According to KeepTheDrive.com, an average of 11 teens per day die in car accidents.
Teen drinking and driving, there are already laws in place. They're pretty strict. I mean, your license is going to be suspended for the duration until you're 21, basically. You guys are aware of the zero tolerance. I pull you over, you're 18, you're underage, zero tolerance. You don't necessarily get a DUI, but your license is going to be suspended for a period of time, and then you're going to have to go to classes. And I do think if that happens, you're going to learn your lesson. You're going to pay a lot of money to get your license back. I don't know if they can even make it more strict.
Oak Forest High School is doing its best to protect its students, but they can only do so much. Teens are 4 times more likely to crash than any other age group, and unfortunately, former Oak Forest student Lexi was involved in one of those crashes. The crash was involving alcohol and touched the community and everyone she knows.
When we had first showed up on the scene, we had seen a car that was on all 4 tires. It was apparent that it had been in a rollover. The top was already crushed, and my first opinions were that there was somebody in the car that wasn't going home, if there were any more other people in the vehicle. From the accidents that we've gone on and the severity of the accidents, drinking and driving is more times than less. That's usually kind of what comes from the accidents. And it's easy to go out and have a couple pops, but it's the ones that have to clean up your mess. And 9 times out of 10, sometimes these accidents don't, you don't walk away from these.
Yearly, about 4,000 teens die in car accidents, and about 450,000 teens are injured.
I mean, she's one of my best friends, and I mean, I was sad for her, and I was hoping she was okay, and as soon as I heard about it, I ran up to the hospital to go visit her right away.
PDTV went to Lexi's house to see how her family reacted to the accident.
I was shocked. I got woken up at 4:30 in the morning by the police, and he said to me, get dressed and come around the corner. I said, where? He says, around the corner, and he left. So I got dressed, went around the corner, and then there was 2 helicopters, 5 ambulances, all lit up. That was shocking, yeah.
Turned onto Kilbourne, and he started blowing through stop signs, picked up speed. It was kind of wet outside, so when he blew through the 3rd stop sign, there was a dip in the road, and lost control of the car, and he was trying to gain control, smacked one car, and then went to go jerk it back because he hit the car, and just flipped it, and we rolled about 8 times. It felt like it was all so fast. Some guy came running up maybe like 2 minutes after the accident, asking if everyone was okay. I was the only one responsive. The passenger and the driver weren't responding or anything. The car was completely smashed. I could hardly see them because of how the roof was so smushed in. And then the ambulance came about a half an hour later. It felt like it was 30 seconds. They sprayed down the car so it wouldn't light on fire or anything. Found out I broke my back in 3 different spots. My hip, I had to get a hip replacement, and I shattered my ankle. The driver and the passenger ended up walking out of the hospital 2 hours later with completely fine.
I'm shocked she'd walk away from that, especially with not wearing a seatbelt. Seatbelts save lives.
I mean, I was surprised they came out alive. The car was demolished. There was nothing left of it. I mean, pancaked more or less. There's a God sometimes. People don't believe it sometimes, but we're here for a reason, and it happens.
Unsafe driving can result in horrible consequences, so help yourself. Drive wise and stay alive. Back to the newsroom.